Welcome to This Startup is Being Recorded. This recording is improvised fiction. Similarities between it and the real world are entirely intentional. Now, enjoy the recording.
Okay, we're recording. I just wanted to, I guess before we get started, Melvin, I'll let you know and just everyone know that we do recorder meetings here at SIT, SYT, all capital, SIT. We are a couch marketplace startup about to secure that Series A funding, which will be so sweet. And we just want to make sure that we have everything recorded for posterity reasons. So we do, of course, have a Melvin, our guest here today. I guess before we dig into our agenda to talk about WeWatch, let's just quickly go around and introduce ourselves for any new employees. So I could go first. I'm Kate Banchette. I am the chief of staff under John, and he couldn't make it today. He said that, he's really fine with any decisions we make around tools, that those are above him. So no matter how much he seems to be particular about those things, I guess he's giving us the choice to make our own decisions. Anyway, he won't be here, but.
All right, I'm Kala Theodora-Rova. I am the chief creative czar here at MetaMarket. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Man, it just slides up about the tongue, even though I stare at it all the time. SIT. I'll get there,
Yeah.
I'm Matt.Yachts. That's also my website where you can find out more about me. And I'm the CTO here at SIT. All caps, SIT.
All caps.
SYT.
Great.
SIT.
And Eric Joy Carter, Chief Product Officer here at SIT. At SIT. I feel like I haven't been giving it the full weight of the caps. Yeah.
Yep.
I was really stuck on that for a while, but I'm there now. I'm excited.
Melvin, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hello. Thank you for having me. My name's Melvin Janine Simpson. I'm the founder and CEO of WeWatch. Of course, it's an exclusive meeting recording software. I don't need to tell you all that, of course. Wrapping up your free trial. So, hope you're all satisfied, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
Yeah. Thanks so much for reaching out to us at the end of the free trial. Frankly, most software companies don't really give us this much attention, but we're, I guess, excited to tell you our feedback and see where we take it from here. I think we had some mixed results internally, certainly, but sure.
Well, that's not what we want to hear, honestly. I don't want you to have we want just positive results. So that's why I'm here. We're going to kind of clear up any sort of potential misgivings you might have about the software or its uses, potential uses, or even misuses.
Right.
Kate, I did get some very concerning emails from your end, and I felt the need to kind of come here and do a little PR. Of course, Matt and I know each other from back in the day. We have voted together.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Matt. How have you been?
Just in the hustle. If it's not an up day, it's a down day.
That's what we always used to say. Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
not an up day,
I
it's a down
forgot.
day.
Yeah, you were there when we came up with that, man.
Yeah, that was a great night. Yeah, and Spinny was there. Remember Spinny?
Oh my God, I haven't thought about Spinny in so long.
I know.
Do you still keep in touch with Spinny?
Yeah, he went to jail actually.
Oh, that's not surprising.
For fraud. Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised either. Yeah. Well, I thought it makes sense. Yeah. So, but he's good. I'm gonna send word from you. Tell him he said hello.
Oh, sure. Sounds good.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can let him know. What was that other thing we always said? Live and learn.
Live and learn. That's right. Oh man. Oh, that's good, Matt. Live and learn. God, I miss you guys. What fun we had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Small world.
I don't want to interrupt what
please.
seems like a lovely catch up between the two of you. But I will say I'm pretty exhausted from the PR nightmare we had last night. I wasn't aware that these streams stream all the time. And, John got into a little bit of a mess last night, and our team has been up trying to scrub and, cover up and deal with potential backfires as much as we can from that.
Yeah, ouch. Which I guess I can kick us off with one of those. So, Melvin, I mean, heck, you're still MJ, right? MJ, if I
Oh,
could,
anytime.
one issue we've had is, as an open startup, we're trying to be fully transparent about everything we do. It's why we broadcast meetings like this one. And one of the things I was excited about for WeWatch is, not necessarily putting everything else out there, but at least getting the context, what we don't see between meetings. Maybe something we could share internally or have your systems bring to these meetings so that we can more quickly understand things in context. But we're having some trouble controlling when the thing seems to go online, which is why Kate's using our regular meeting software for this. And I just want to say thank you, Kate, by the way. Until we started playing with this week, I hadn't realized how much manual effort you put into getting all of our stream recording going. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Just, put on some music late at night and get the stream going. It's kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, I echo that. WeWatch had so many great promises. It's, frankly, it's popping up a lot on my computer right now, which is odd because I thought our free trial was over and I had uninstalled it.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Kate. That is the thing. Yes, your free trial has ended, but of course, we wouldn't be the business that we are today if we didn't remind you that we're still out there. Because a lot of people will kind of end a free trial and then they'll go find a similar service elsewhere. But we want to remind people, actually, this is probably the best place that you're going to find this particular service. And I'm going to be honest with you. Once you install our software, it's all, I'm not sure the technical terms, never been good with terminology, but it's living in your camera, I guess you could say. And it's always watching how you move and eat and breathe. So yes, you've uninstalled it, but we want to learn, what are the people who've uninstalled it doing now? What are they looking for? Are they single? Are they looking to mingle? Why did they uninstall our service? What are their addresses and names? That's just sort of the things that we are looking to ding, 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 figure out. Hit on the, as my mum used to say, on the docket.
Listen, I understand more than anybody the importance of collecting great data on our customers and using them to our marketing purposes, and the value of that data. I really do. I'm concerned that we've had several incidences of the cams turning on at night in people's private homes, or when they don't realize it. And we want to stream. Definitely transparency is super important to Meta Market. But
Sit.
sit.
Yep.
God,
Sit.
sorry, I'm so
okay.
tired. I am so happy to have our transparency at sit, but there's a limit to what the public should know about us.
Right. And we are learning new things about our employees. Like, we really thought that we had figured out a way to block all porn sites. Not true, which is a big
Yeah.
problem. That's on
No.
us.
It's as I repeatedly stated in those email threads in the meetings, after the software was installed and launched, after we installed extra firewalls, after we installed VPN detection software, we're never going to be able to block that. Like, people will always find a way.
Yeah.
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love it.
That was what we used. Spinny came
Yeah.
up with that, right? Porn always finds a
Spinny,
way.
Porn always finds a way. Yeah, Spinny said the funniest things, mate. Like
Yeah.
he said porn always finds a way, and there was the other thing he said about red light means stop.
Oh yeah.
That always, yeah,
That was an important
that
one. Gosh.
yeah, that got me through the first 2 years of business school. Actually, red light means stop. That's important because what it reminds you to do is just take a breath, slow down,
Yeah.
and you recognize the color.
Okay. Well, needless to say, we found out that obviously last night John still used his work computer to watch porn all the time. That was now all over the internet, which, the things he does to porn are his own business, but people do judge
Well,
you.
They are
Uh,
when they're your own business unless your camera is on.
And then it becomes
Yeah.
And it's just bad branding to honestly have such vanilla tastes.
well, and he was standing.
and
He wasn't even sitting down.
I believe me,
I had to have it,
it's
mate. Had to
it's
have it.
it's just how backwards John was in his arousal habits is like not a good look for a progressive company.
Yeah. No.
Obviously the porn is a problem, but also what that porn says about our lifeblood as a company is frankly,
Yeah.
disturbing in the banality of it.
I
actually-
will say when I sorry Calathea, but it is out there, so I had to go check out the footage.
Of course. Yeah.
I was surprised that he watched the whole thing, wedding ceremony and all. It was
Yeah.
it was really
Yeah.
involved getting to their wedding night.
Yeah, it was just it was bizarre. I mean, the amount of time he spent watching videos just getting to know them as people was
Yeah.
strange.
Well,
the
this actually
fact
brings up
that
a
he
concern.
texted both of them to get their consent to watch porn that they put on the
Yeah.
internet
Oh,
was
I missed that. Yeah.
great, but again, like a level of a new level, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually noticing, and this is a concern for me, is that there may be a feedback loop in play here where I think people are starting to realize that they're being watched more and it's actually changing their behavior.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Our user interviewers have not logged off since Thursday. Like they've just been going and finding more clients to interview, and I think they're being observed. It's causing them to want to observe more. It's some kind of weird behavioral mechanism. I don't know if it's the software or if it's just a coincidence, but
MJ, is this
I'm
something
concerned.
you've seen before?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, this is a behavior that we've observed. We sort of liken it to we call it the Truman Show syndrome, wherein somebody becomes aware that they are the focus of exactly the sort of media conspiracy that they might have always feared that they were a part of. And what we kind of strive to do at WeWatch is we basically want to nullify it. We don't want anybody to talk about it. So we'll talk to that person and we'll sort of say like, look, here's the reality of the situation. Yes, of course we are watching, but that can't change your behavior because then it's going to change the type of ads that we can sell. And that can actually be really confusing for people. So it is a tough thing.
So is
Yeah.
this something that will go away?
Oh, sorry.
Is this something that will go away after the free trial? After we start paying, you'll come and talk to our people, and they'll stop behaving as voyeurs.
Well, I mean, you can't stop avoiding. The only people that are using your cameras to watch you and your coworkers are WeWatch employees. We're not selling that information. We're not giving it out to people. So, Eric, we're not, putting it on the X tube or whatever, putting it out there for all voyeurs to see. It's just into office. Whatever anybody else obtains, I can't help that.
So it seems like maybe there's some sort of like security breach that's been happening because, I mean, videos of our employees, including, John last night, have been all over the internet,
And I
Right,
can't
yeah.
speak I can't speak to, other cases, but in the John use case, part of it is that the button to start streaming appears right next to the button to get your put in the password on your laptop. Like it is
Right.
built very easy to turn that on.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We worked really hard on that, actually. About actually, you're going to be surprised at this, 4 weeks of meetings to figure out kind of where to put that button in a way that
Right.
people
I buy
wouldn't
that.
really notice it, might just click it. Look, in terms of the videos of your colleagues, I can attest to the fact that while, yes, of course, there's the infamous video of John, everything that's been put out there has been put out in the interest of public knowledge. We're not just releasing things willy-nilly here.
So you are
So
releasing things.
here's the thing is that
Well, yeah, of course.
I value transparency as much as the next person, but you have to understand my team are full of highly curated Instagram influencers, and two of them have been outed for having bowel movements. And
Yeah.
and that is devastating
I heard about that.
to their followership.
Well, look, of course, we were shocked to hear about the Bowelgate as well. That was ringing around the office today. But again, the interest of public knowledge, we had, colleague, I don't think I have to tell you, hundreds and hundreds of teenagers in Boulder, Colorado, holding their stool last month because they didn't see it on Instagram. And if they don't see it on Instagram, it ain't true, girlfriend. All right? Pardon me, I'm not trying to get over familiar. It's just a colloquialism. So I'm just saying those videos were released to, quite frankly, release those children of their problematic, holding ritual. So again,
I'm getting a little spun around with the Truman Show and the influencers. Can you just tell me what the mission of WeWatch is, Melvin? I think that might help me get the use case a little bit better.
thank you, Eric. I appreciate the opportunity to state my platform. WeWatch originally, of course, you can find it on the stock trades as WeWatch parentheses you work. We are here to watch you work. We record multiple partner meetings or solo sessions too, working or whatever you might be doing, and we'll save it to your computer. And we also have a staff that will feed back personally to you to kind of let you know, hey, look, we noticed this. Seems a bit off, mate. You could be doing this better. That whole kind of thing. We watch you to get better. That's one of
Okay,
our taglines.
That explains a lot. Did anybody else get the personal analytics report?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 700 pages. It was beyond, personal detective level information that was found about me. I've never told anybody certain things that were in that report. It was very impressive. It was a little dry, to be honest. Maybe that's a statement on me. But how do you expect us to go through and use all this?
Of course, at the end of the day, we'll send you the 2-page tabulation of sort of major hit points for the day. Yeah. So if that's not happening fast enough for you, I do apologize. It is about 5-10 every day because we have it's not computerized. We've got a real person watching you doing that tabulation. It's very important.
Wow.
As for the not being super readable, I do want to apologize for that. We have Black Ops guys that are just tops at research, finding things, basically like legalized stalking. But they're not great writers. So we are working on that, and I do appreciate the feedback. And I hear you. Thank you.
Certainly, it's very rare to get somebody with both tactical skills and copywriting skills.
Yeah.
It's been a real challenge for our team, too.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think this is all very insightful. I guess maybe I'd love to hear some other customer testimonials. What are some ways that this is being used by other companies that we could learn from?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, you want me to? Right.
Yeah, if you've got them, that would be great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to rock the, rock the Casbah here, you know, like the song. It's just a funny little thing. Um, you guys are actually the first, and I'm hoping not the last, customers that have tried WeWatch. Um,
Oh,
yeah, because we don't want to see any of our customers leave, especially because at this
Which is
point there
just
is
us.
only, 4 of you. There's only 4 of you, so
Right.
it's pretty important to me personally. I've got a lot riding on this. Frankly, my father, I'm prick, he's like, "You're never gonna make anything of yourself, Melvin." And I'm like, "You know what, Dad? I don't know if we can swear here, but I say, F you, Dad." So I want to fail. So
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. I mean,
that's relatable.
it is. Yeah, I think we all have our own different set of parent problems. Um, um, Matt, I guess I'm just a
oh,
little confused because when you recommended MJ and his company to us, you had
yeah,
very, very high remarks to say about your past work together. I
yeah.
felt like,
I mean, I couldn't believe some of the stuff that we got done with those small teams. I mean, we were really cranking out some prototypes and some minimum viable products and making a lot of money, not for ourselves, really, which was unfortunate. But hey,
For the
yeah,
man.
tell your dad I said hi, and also I swear to God, I'm still gonna find a lawyer that will claw back what he took from us.
Yeah, tell him you said hello. He's actually
What?
dying. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
is that right?
yeah, it's been
God,
like
couldn't happen to a
pretty.
nicer guy. Am I right?
I know. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so I've been like hiding his medication and stuff because he did take a lot of money from us. You can actually, if in fact, if any of you are curious about that, terrific New York Times article called "The Prince and the Paupers." Paupers refers to myself and
Yeah.
Matt here because we were taken for fools, and now that man lays dying somewhere in Queensland with a terrible nursing team that I handpicked. Matt, you're gonna love this, from the lowest testing interns at the worst hospital in Sydney.
There it is.
So I
Yeah.
know I'm pretty excited about it. But anyway,
That's one of the
yeah.
things, like, MJ has always been willing
Mhm.
to do the legwork, like
Yeah.
unafraid to do the research, to dive in. I will say, honestly, this is kind of an aside, so we can pull it back, but I'm surprised that you didn't get some machine learning or AI going with this thing. Hiring all those folks has got to be expensive. I know Spinny was always afraid of the robot revolution, but I didn't think you had
Yeah.
taken on any of that, MJ.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you. I did spend a lot of time with MJ sort of before he went to prison, holed up
Oh,
together
you and
in
Spinny.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Spinny. And he did instill quite a lot of fear in me about the robot revolution, the R
oh
squared,
no.
as he called it. That's what Arvis literature says.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, when I walk around my hometown, I see destitution, I see tents, I see skyscrapers filled with people who are homeless, right? So I'm saying let's employ those people, let's bring them out of the dark and pay them to do a job that, yeah, probably a robot could do just as well, quite possibly better. But I want to pay these people to
I
live,
mean,
basically.
that's a real altruistic goal, I think.
Thank
And
you.
these are
Yeah.
the people who are watching our videos and deciding what should go on the internet and what should not.
And what's the
Yeah,
ratio there?
it's
Is it a 1-to-1? Is there one person watching us at all time?
well, it's 1 to 3. It sort of depends on depends on how many showers do you take per day. It
Oh,
depends on how many people are coming to and fro your home. And it also depends on uh what kind of clothes do you wear? Like, are you someone who wears clothes from like H&M, or do you go to like Zara? You know what I mean? So
Mm.
we depending on that, we're gonna have more eyes on you. Of course, you're gonna be more influential. But yeah,
No,
it's at
clothing
least
I
one. At
get,
least one.
but I don't think any of our staff take computers into the shower. And
Well, we learned
No
that
need,
that
mate.
wasn't the case, unfortunately.
oh,
Yeah.
But it's only a few, and we're
okay.
having side conversations with them.
There's no need to take your computer into the shower as long as you have a desktop or a laptop that you've left open that sort of like scans into the room of the shower or the room that you're going to be sort of strolling through. When I say you're taking showers, I'm not referring to the showers themselves, Clethia. I'm actually just referring to the how many times per day can we count on your naked body strolling through this apartment? What are we going to have to see and when? So that's sort of more the hook that I was angling. Yeah.
Mm.
I did notice a red light on my smart fridge. Is there any functionality like with home networks where the software installs itself on other cameras?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
Eric, basically what happens is as soon as, no matter what device you download us on, so you got us on your smartphone originally, right? There's going to be a little button pop up, say terms and conditions. Do you accept yes or no? If you don't accept those terms and conditions, well, you cannot go through with the download. It'll kick you back
Yeah.
to the screen, right?
Yeah.
All no terms and conditions. What you consented to was we're going to connect to your home networks. We're going to connect to your family's networks.
Yeah.
We're going to upload.
Sorry.
Mhm.
When I brought this in, I
Mhm.
told everybody, you have to read the terms and conditions.
Mhm.
Okay. You have to. That's why I read
Yeah.
them. And I haven't installed this on any of my devices, personal or work. It's actually not allowed in the dev and IT departments. And we've put up a special firewall blocker to keep it from getting installed on any new machines.
Good call. That's a good call.
Yeah,
Well, the-
I saw that signature coming across the network. That is an MJ classic. You and Spinny
Yeah.
with your
Yeah.
little tendrils, they'll get in anywhere.
We'll get you. Yeah, we'll get you. And then we'll get in there and we will infest you.
Mhm.
And much like lice, we never truly leave. Yeah, of course.
Is this software perchance the same kind of origin as what sent Spinny to jail for fraud?
Well, of course, there are similarities. And Kate, if you're going to sit me down in a court of law and say, did you and Spinny come up with this idea together when you were vacationing in the Maldives? Yeah, we did. That's the truth. All right. And that is how this idea came to fruition. But I'm going to tell you something else. Spinny went away for a very particular type of fraud he was getting elderly people over the age of 75 to invest in a sort of scheme that they thought was going to be free healthcare, but it was actually more of like Spinny just needed to buy clothes kind of a thing. So that's why he went away. That's pretty separate from this. I distanced myself from those crimes, but that criminal did help come up with this software that's watching. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
This has been very illuminating.
Yeah.
I personally cannot be everybody's PR person. I just want to make that very clear.
you
But
said
we
that.
do have what we would call in the industry a flaming butthole of issues here.
It's the industry term.
Well,
We are having several members stream all sorts of things that don't represent SIT. We're at a very fragile time right now in our brand transition, as evidence for me not even getting the name right half the time, and we are at an opportunity in which we can define our brand, and
Reminds me,
our brand is
sorry,
currently being
Calthea,
defined.
or Kate, can one of y'all remind me when did the investors last come through the office?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay.
God.
You should. We should send them out some Faraday cages for their phones and laptops.
Okay.
Have them
You
bring
know-
them. They
Yeah,
can bring them
this
by.
is-
We can't just
This is
we can't just let this
insane.
keep going.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is absurd.
Frankly,
Couple of your
MJ,
invest.
MJ, I think what you're doing is it's frankly criminal, and you deserve to be thrown in jail with
Thank you.
Spinny.
Oh,
Matt, I'm actually more upset with you for bringing MJ's product to us, not letting our entire team have it, but just
Oh my
willy-nilly letting John
Everything-
install it.
Everything is above board. You read the terms and conditions, right?
No,
it's
I
a
didn't.
it's a binding legal agreement.
how could you not read it?
You know, we ran out of retainer hours for this month, which your employee ran through within a day. We didn't have time to review this contract because we didn't have a legal team, which you knew.
Yeah, Calathea, it's not for the lawyer to tell you if it's
It's
okay
not
to
for the
click on the
lawyer.
terms and conditions. You have to. You agree to them. The lawyer can't agree on your behalf.
Forget the
Thank you, Matt.
this is useless. Like forget the lawyer part. Why did you bring it to us, Matt?
I mean, I'm sorry, MJ. I was trying to do you a favor. I know you've been working on this for a long time. I think it's really cool technology. I don't think it's a really good business model, and I feel like this kind of shows why. People are going to get really upset.
Well, I would have appreciated you telling me that 6 months ago when we sat down together at Malachi's and you told me, I said, do you think this is a good business model? And I believe your words were, yeah, sure. Do you want to get a big pretzel? So if you
Yeah.
hadn't been so focused on that big pretzel, Matt, we might not be having this conversation now, but I'm also going to say, hey guys, don't be so mad at Matt, all right, for bringing this to you.
You don't have to go to
'Cause
bat
he
for
only
me.
gets a 5% cut of all the profits. So you guys shouldn't
What?
get that mad at him because it's not even like he's making that much money on this.
Yeah.
And
Right
really,
now
we're
it's-
only giving him like 3%, lying about the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Okay,
honestly, it was just because I covered the tickets that day and I
Mhm.
bought the pretzels.
Yeah.
It's people trade equity all the
Generous.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Called
we should
money
have gotten our
laundering.
lawyers on because it's in clear violation of our conflict of interest policy.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
suppose
next month, first
that
thing
part's
next month.
true.
At
Yeah.
least 2 of the 4 hours next month are going towards that.
So will you all be keeping the service? You know, it's $199 a month, or you get an entire year for $2,800. So it's a really good deal.
That's a terrible
actually
deal.
more.
You pay more.
It's really
and you-
good.
Um,
Yeah,
we
if
are-
you don't subscribe, yeah, you'll pay more.
I mean, I guess if inflation was like 30%, it would be a good deal.
that's
Well,
only
we
true
don't
for
know what
like
next year's going to hold. We don't know what next year's going to hold. It's
I'd rather not.
Remind me, MJ, is that currency converted? We're paying in New Zealand dollars, right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's New Zealand dollars. So I believe like 2,800 New Zealand dollars is something like 5 million in American currency. I'm not
Oh, it's-
actually sure.
That can't
It's,
be
it's
true.
not.
No
Man,
way.
you've got to
how
hire a
exchange
new
works.
business guy. No, it's worth
I've
like
never been good at math.
it's worth like 2/3 of an American dollar, a New Zealand dollar.
you can
So,
just Google this.
yeah, you should.
Okay, we're definitely
Well, I've never been
not-
good at math, so it's all right.
Well,
No
what happens if
worries.
our card declines?
If your card declines,
Like, does
well,
it just
there's
shut
no
off?
worries about that either, mate. No, because we actually are connected to your card. We're connected to your bank account. So yeah, of course you can shut down the card. Of course you can do these things. You
Clever.
can cut it up. You can burn it. But we're connected to your bank account. So
Okay.
if there's not enough money in there, we will overdraft you, and then you're paying the fees.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
if you got the money in there, mate, once again, coming back to the no worries policy. You know what I'm saying? The NWP.
Okay.
Meaning there'll be no worries because we'll charge it automatically. It'll come out. You probably won't even notice it's gone. That's
Right.
what I was saying. But just want to be clear.
Okay. This
So,
might explain who's been buying all the Burger King out of my bank account in the last week.
well, Well, have you
Hey.
ever been there? It's terrific. Have you ever gone?
Ooh,
They've
Burger
got something
King-
called a Whopper. All
it's
right.
true.
So you are buying Burger King with the funds from Kate's account.
Of course, mate. What do you think it's all about to be a businessman in the world?
Okay,
You get
that's-
to buy Burger King.
That's
with
not in the terms of
whomever's-
service. There's no
Yeah.
Burger
Okay.
King in the terms of service. That feels like
MJ, this is why I know you didn't want to do the lawyer's thing, but you have to
Right.
set up your own
right.
accounts. You withdraw the money into your account and then you spend from that. You can't just go
I
spending
know.
from your customers' bank accounts. MJ,
There's a thrill about it. There's a thrill about it. And you know what I'm talking about. We were going
you
through the
and
wild and
Spinny,
crazy
both of you,
80s,
this is
yeah.
what got Spinny in trouble. Now, they prosecuted
know.
him harder because he was targeting the elderly, but you'll
Right.
get in just as much trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, mate. They don't really look at crimes towards millennials as being that serious. But what Spinny did, targeting those older people, putting them in the shelters,
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't like
Well, they
that.
vote.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
God.
That's a
Okay.
good point. They vote. Yeah, that's a good point. That's what Spinny always used to say. Old people vote.
People vote.
Young people don't vote. That was a famous saying that he had.
Okay. Well, frankly, Spinny seems like he could start a better company than this.
Oh, he
eh,
could.
He had a great head for business. Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
We
Do you
really have
guys
to
know
wrap this up.
Do you guys remember really quickly? Members only jackets? That was Spinny's idea. They had that shitty little jacket, and he was like, you put a members only tag on there, people will buy it. That's his claim to fame. Never forget.
Oh, Spinny is probably rich and in jail. Interesting.
They seized most of it.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
great man. He's a great man.
Okay. Well, I think we will all be changing bank accounts. Matt, your job the next week will be figuring out how to uninstall this thing that lives inside of our
Yeah.
cameras.
Oh, it's
Can't do it.
It's an
Can't do
easy, yeah. We can't pull it out of the camera firmware, but we've got a whole. Just bring your phone by. It'll take us a couple of hours. We'll pop the camera right out of there.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Can I bring my fridge?
Matt, we're going to have to talk about that off air, actually, because that's going to violate a clause that you entered with us. We don't need to talk about it here. Continue.
Oh, you want to use a past contract on me? Okay. Well, then I won't be the one doing it. I'll just give someone the idea to remove the camera.
I wouldn't object to that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
object to that. And actually, sir, that's me applauding your terrific lawyer intuity.
Listen,
Right?
drinks are on me next time. You got really far with this
Oh,
one.
hell yeah.
A lot further than I thought. And so
Yeah.
good
Thank
game,
you.
my friend. Good game.
Oh
I got
my
another
God.
one coming up. It's
can't wait.
an app for pregnant
No.
women that we say monitors
Sinister.
your baby's health. That's what I said. Sinister. But actually, all of the people that are sending the stats about the babies are people that actively want to steal children. Cannot, for whatever, have not been able to have children or have their children taken away from them. And now they are in the market.
I can't
to
believe it.
steal
You're really
babies.
building the Raising
Yeah.
Arizona. Wow. That's
Yes,
That's effed
what
up,
we
dude.
talked about.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's effed
Raising
up.
Arizona app. Yeah.
Wow.
So we called it a rat because it was the Raising Arizona app. So it had 2 A's and 2 P's. It seemed actually more clever on the yacht, Matt, I have to say.
Listen,
Seemed clever on the yacht.
it was just a working title, right? It's not supposed to give
Yeah.
away what it does. So the
Yeah,
hides-
that's true. Yeah.
I can't believe
we
you
were-
actually
yeah.
are going through with it, man.
Okay.
Well, thanks, mate. Yeah, we're happy about it. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you on America's Most Wanted. And
Mhm.
until then, frankly, I think we have to stop this recording and deal with all of the various things that are probably being streamed from our company's computers right now.
Yeah, thank you.
So, MJ, I don't really want to end this by saying thank you, but at least I appreciate
welcome.
your honesty.
I appreciate your honesty too. What you are Googling in the dead of night is not going unnoticed, and appreciate you being so honest and open about your interests. So thank you too.
We can talk about that later, guys.
It's not really honest or open if you're being spied on.
This is
Well,
why you
I don't
shouldn't use
know.
Google. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
that's
talked
the
about
question.
this too.
You
Use
ever heard of
DuckDuckGo.
private mode? right?
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll make
we can see
DuckDuckGo
that too, though.
required. We will.
You know what? I'm going to bring back my weekly privacy meetings because it's just
Yeah.
open office hours, come by, but obviously nobody learned the first time around. So we're going to do it again.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna wrap this up. MJ, have a great day and a great life, truly.
Already doing it. Thanks, mate. Having
Peace,
a
MJ.
terrific life.
Hey,
Peace, mate.
give my regards to Spinny and tell your dad
I
I hope
will.
he rots in hell.
I will, mate. I will. I'm going to go over later and I'm going to hold my hand around his breathing tube and he's going to go, oh my God, is this it? It's amazing to see the fear in his eyes. Matt, it was terrific getting to see you again, mate. Please come out to the links. We'll chip a few balls together.
All right.
If I'm ever allowed in the United States again, I'd love to have dinner with you.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. All right, recording ending now.
This meeting has ended. To subscribe to This Startup is Being Recorded, go to the podcast player of your choice and tap a button that likely says subscribe. More content is on Twitter @StartupRecorded, or shoot us an email with ideas, feedback, or your personal startup horror story at hello@startuprecorded.com. Marvin Janine Simpson is a businessman and raconteur with homes in Italy, Manhattan, and Detroit. He's not on social media, but would like to plug his primary investor, talented actor and comedian Declan Gallagher. You can find him on Instagram and Twitter @TheRealDeclanG. Kate is played by Valerie Garrison. Valerie is a health tech product manager and regularly plays with the improv troupe Letters to Chicken online. You can find her on Twitter @TheValgaris. Eric is played by Barry Wright. Barry is a product manager at Spotify and a co-founder of Highwire Improv. Find him by his name on LinkedIn, where he holds regular office hours, or at highwireimprov.com. Matt is played by Marty McGuire. Marty is a senior web engineer and improviser in New York City. You can find Marty's comedy, code, and cats on his website at mmg.re. Thea is played by Robin Stegman. Robin is a digital campaign manager for Ocean Conservancy and is a comedian mostly found at Highwire Improv. You can find her on all the social medias, and she does mean all, @rstegi. Thank you for listening.